30,000 fans came out to the ballpark on Memorial Day, and the Junior College World Series gave everyone a chance to catch some great baseball.
After patiently waiting, Miami-Dade and Spartanburg Methodist finally got a chance to step on the diamond and get in their game, but only one team could stay alive in the winner's bracket.
Next up, we'd have to say goodbye and send one of our teams packing, as both Cochise and Columbia State were up against elimination.
And the number one team in the series, Chattahoochee Valley, hoped to avoid an upset against unranked Flynn.
Plus, Iowa Western and Midland closed out the night, with each team looking to get a day off with a win.
By the end of today, just 7 teams will remain, so don't go anywhere because it's time for JUCO Live. Welcome into JUCO Live. I'm Crystal Sonmore alongside Zach Barrage. It's been another exciting day. We're into day 3 of the Junior College World Series, and it's Memorial Day.
What a whirlwind day. We had a 4-hour game early on. We finally got to see a couple teams in action, and the crowd just turned out for this final Memorial Day game.
They did. Over 7,500 fans came into the second game, over 7,800 in the third, so who knows how many fans are here right now. But we'll start with the first game of the day. That was Miami-Dade and Spartanburg, 2 teams that had yet to play in this tournament, finally got their start on day 3.
A full Memorial Day of baseball kicked off with the delayed game from last night between Spartanburg Methodist and Miami-Dade. Questions about what effect the delay would have on both squads were squashed by the Sharks early. Darren Seferina led off the bottom half of the first with a single, and Jose Gomez chases him all the way home with a double to right field. The Sharks would add another run in the second, and for a while it looked like Kyle Carter would do the rest. Carter freeze-framed Zach Shields there. He finished the game with 8 Ks, and as Carter was in a groove on the mound, so too was Mario Aramal at the dish. Spartanburg's Chip Rawlings serves that one up, and Aramal drives that one to Lincoln Park's 7-hole tee box. Sharks up 3-0. The Pioneers would make it interesting, cutting the lead to 1 in the 6th, but down the stretch it was all Carter. He goes the distance, finishing with just 2 walks, 5 hits, and 3 earned runs in 9 innings. Miami-Dade moves on to the winner's bracket, thanks in part to their tenacious energy.
I always say no regrets. I've said that forever. And you just leave everything you have out on the field, and all these guys did today. We had high energy, but it was uncontrolled. We controlled it.
Now, both those teams are still alive in the tournament, but the next game had quite an interesting story. It was Columbia State about their head coach, former head coach, Jim Painter.
And he's such a big part of their team, and actually to the NGCAA as well. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been around for more than 30 years.
Yeah.
And this piece shows how they are keeping his memory,
Yeah,
even though he's not here.
It is so great. They carry his jersey with them wherever they go. He's brought his team in the past over 35 years as a head coach to 6 Junior College World Series. So he's used to Grand Junction, but under their new coach, Columbia State came for the first time, bringing his memory with them.
He's the first guy off the bus with us. When he steps off, his jersey comes off with us. He was the guy, one of the guys that got us started back in 1970. We were at Chattanooga State. We were on our way home. We had a good series. We played well, and we stopped to eat. And Coach had a stroke there in front of several of the players, which was tough for them.
Today, you're playing for all these young people. You're playing for the fans. The glory for them. The glory for these young people.
We're blessed just to have him that he did make it through that, and he's still in life care there in Columbia, and hopefully he's watching. We're thinking about you, Coach.
We pray for him before every game and give him a shout out, and they set up a TV for him to watch, and I know he's with us even though he's not here. He's been in baseball his whole entire life, and he's made an incredible impact on my life.
He's why these young men are here. Without the tradition and the foundation that he put together, we wouldn't be able to get the players that we have today. The biggest thing was for us to be able to carry on the tradition and get back here. That was our goal from day one. We certainly make all the former players that have been here the previous 6 trips that Coach Painter brought them. It would really give them some finalization that, hey, our program, our Chargers, our Columbia got over the hump and was able to take care of business out here in Grand Junction.
On to the game number 2 of the day. The Chargers mercy Johnson County yesterday, and they played Cochise today in the only elimination contest. The Chargers bats didn't cool off overnight. They chased off the Apaches' starting pitcher before the end of the first inning, and with a barrage of hits, led 6-0 after 2. Things were going well for the Columbia pitcher Cody Puckett as well. He had a no-hitter until the 5th inning, and then his replacement served up this pitch to Lewis Boyd. It's a bases-clearing triple, and just like that, we're tied at 7 apiece. Fast forward to the 9th, Cochise down by 2 again, but John Luna's single up top brings in the second run of the inning, and we're tied up at 9. The Charger bullpen, led by Austin Rice, came back to limit the damage, and this game went to extras where they traded runs, and the bottom of the 12th, tied at 11, is where we find third baseman Riley Delgado. The Chargers can walk it off 12-11 final, and after blowing their opener, mercying last night's game, and nearly blowing today's game, they will advance through to play again tomorrow.
It's good to be in these games. You grow from them. You learn. Guys learn, hey, we can do this. And I was told before we came out here, you're never too far ahead or too far behind in Grand Junction, and it certainly played out that way today.
Columbia State stays alive. Cochise eliminated from the tournament, another one out of the World Series, but Columbia State will continue to carry Coach Jim Painter's jersey with them as they pray and hope that he gets better.
They've had an interesting couple of days. They had the 5-inning game in the Mercy Rule yesterday. They go more than 4 hours today. So they move on to play Midland. Actually, we just had this final game of the day wrap up. Final score 9-0. Iowa Western gives Midland their first loss. So Columbia State Midland will play tomorrow. But we're going to toss to break real quick. If you caught our mic'd up segment with the Cochise guys yesterday, you won't want to miss this one with Chattahoochee Valley. We've got more coming up on Juco Live. Stick around.